Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Oloris, especially Ebony, Ikpi, and Gospel, devastated. So devastated to a point where it was beginning to look as if they were not going to wake up the next day as Ooni of Ife, sat them down and gave them, an information that they were never, ever expecting. Now, Oni had to let them know before they begin to hear from outside, because Oni knew that most of the things that he does outside, these women get to hear it from outsiders, and they act as if, okay, if we are married to you, why didn't we have this discussion? So he had to tell them. Not like he was asking their permission, but he had to tell them that he had proposed an alternative site for N Herald International Schools at Akure. Now, if you know, Naomi has a church or owns a church. She was in that church. In fact, she had started that church from when she was very young. It was a ministry, but it grew into what it is today through hard work and the grace of God. And then, before Naomi got married to the Ooni of Ife, there were so many discussions, where Ooni was asking Olori Naomi what she want to do. Naomi had talked about building a mega church, where they will have a mega crusade ground. And Naomi had thought about building a school for Nhera, where children, an affordable place where children can learn conveniently, and then parents will not struggle so much to pay. Okay, these were the things she wanted to do from like the very beginning. So, but you know that the first year into that marriage, there was this struggle. People's expectation, they expected her to get pregnant like ASAP and all of that. And that began to put stress on her. And that stress was also, that overflowing effect of stress was also affecting her own mental health. And she had to focus. I think the second year or so, if I stand to be corrected, she got pregnant and had to wait for that baby, give birth to the baby and all of that. Then the wahala set in. And I think the third year or so, the marriage was, of course, what we see right now. So now that these things are happening, or with everything that has happened, Ooni of Ife has made up his mind that he wants to be with his wife, because sometimes it's even very good for you to go and test, because when you test there, you get to know that there are women and there are women. Now, in returning back to the life of Olori Naomi, he wants to do everything right. All the promises he made from the very beginning that he did not fulfill. He wants to do everything right. And that is exactly what he is doing now. Now, N Herald Ministry has a big land. They have bought the other side of the land and all of that. But KBSC is saying that that land inside the school will not be enough for the school, because when he had that discussion with Olori Naomi, according to him, months ago, Naomi had said that they should put that school inside the church, and Oni had an alternative plan. Now they said there is a very vast piece of land that KBSC had bought before, that he has made that land an alternative site for the school. So as it is right now, they have gotten all the documentations and everything, and they are prepared to begin to build. Now, you and I know that N Herald Ministry belongs to Olori Naomi, so apparently Oni is actually building the school for Olori Naomi. And this is not something that is funny. This is not something that others are taking lightly. When they heard it, they almost fainted. Like they were crying and feeling so bad that why is it that KBSC thinks only about Naomi and could care less about them? Why is it that they are in the palace with Olori, with KBSC, contributing, doing everything, but KBSC does not think about them? KBSC, every time his thought is towards Naomi. It's Naomi today, Naomi tomorrow, Naomi next tomorrow, and Naomi, that it is not fair. It is not fair that Gospel herself came out to tell Kabiyesi that it is not fair. Now, Kabiyesi sat them down. They said when they were crying and making all of these false, Kabiyesi said he did not tell them to take permission from them. That the reason why he told them, he actually told them for the sake of Dr. Elizabeth and Oletik, so that they will be aware that for others, the sake of Dr. Elizabeth and Oletik and whoever cares that, so they will be aware. For others, he could care less. He just couldn't single them out to tell them. He wanted to let everybody know that even if he gives the twin stick to Olori Naomi, these same characters they will react the same way. So he wasn't surprised. That what is their business with what he does for, Olori Naomi? That they should stay away from everything that he does for Olori Naomi. He told them because he knew that they were going to find out, and he knew that they were going to react the way that they have reacted. Yes, he knew that they were going to react the way that they have reacted, right? The women said they were going to leave, and they said, Kabiyesi said, leave already. That he is already exhausted with this, we will leave. What do you think that I want? Leave already, so that we can have some peace around here. Because every time what you get is people threatening they were going to leave. If you don't stop doing this, we are going to leave. If you don't stop doing that, we are going to leave. That he said, Kabiyesi told them that, see, Naomi is his wife. Naomi is his life. You see that boy Tadenika with the prince? That there is nothing anybody can do about it. That he himself cannot even help the way he feels about Olori Naomi. Naomi means so much to him. And this is not to say other wives do not. They have a place also in his life. If only they can see that they also have a place in his life and let Naomi stay. That there is nothing he will not do for Naomi. That these were Naomi dreams. From the very beginning, that Naomi has been through so much under his watch, under his guidance, but he is not proud of the fact that Naomi had to suffer so much. And that is why he is doing everything that is within his power to try and make things right for Olori Naomi. That he cannot continue to pretend that everything is okay when he feels as guilty as he feels. He wants Naomi to be okay. He wants Naomi to have all that she has ever desired, especially from him. That way he will have peace, and that way he will know that for all that Naomi went through, he has paid and paid and paid and paid. That he does not expect anyone to agree with him. That the reason why that meeting was even there was because of Dr. Elizabeth. As a matter of fact, that it was because of Dr. Elizabeth. He wanted Dr. Elizabeth to know, but he didn't want to single as in Dr. Elizabeth out. He wanted Dr. Elizabeth to know his plans towards Olori Naomi. And he would not sit before them and begin to behave as if he is hiding it from them. That he owes them no explanation. It's his right, it's his money, and he can do whatever he likes with his life and his wife. And they say Oloris cried and cried and cried and cried. I said, these Oloris, you guys have not seen anything. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.